Harry is more quieter and just watches whether he copies where many, many years of lies being told about me and my family. A long-lost letter from Princess Diana has allegedly been uncovered, revealing her deepest fears and final wishes for William and Harry. Did Diana predict the struggles her sons would face? And why was this message kept from them for so many years? The shocking details will leave you speechless. For years, speculation surrounded a secret letter that Princess Diana allegedly wrote to her sons, William and Harry. Many believed it was nothing more than a rumor, a piece of history lost in time. But now, in 2024, that letter has surfaced, leaving experts and royal watchers stunned. The letter, tucked away in a private collection, was never meant for public eyes. It wasn't a routine note between family members. It held something far more important: Diana's personal wishes and warnings for her sons. The contents were a heartfelt plea for them to live life on their own terms rather than being consumed by duty. It's best to put him in that if you want him to smile. The cameras have been happy to do that. But if this letter was so crucial, why was it hidden for decades? Who kept it under wraps? And did Diana foresee what would become of her sons in the years to come? The timing of its rediscovery has raised even more questions than answers. This discovery has shaken long-standing beliefs about Diana's final years. Was she already preparing William and Harry for the struggles ahead? And more importantly, did she predict the very paths they would take, one embracing the royal life, the other walking away? Let's go back and uncover the real story behind Diana's lost letter. Diana always wanted her sons to have the freedom she never had. She had seen firsthand how the royal system operated, where duty came before happiness and personal choices were rarely considered. From the moment her marriage to Prince Charles started falling apart, Diana became increasingly worried about her future role in William and Harry's lives. "I've done this. The book comes out. I would hope that other members of the family feel as though they can," she once said. She knew that once she was no longer the wife of the future king, her influence over them could be restricted. Determined to give them a different childhood, she made unconventional parenting choices. She took them to fast food restaurants, amusement parks, and even let them experience public schooling, things unheard of for royal children. She wanted them to understand the world beyond palace walls. But not everyone in the royal circle supported this approach. As the pressure around her grew, Diana's concerns intensified. She reportedly shared her worries with close friends, expressing fear that the monarchy would dictate every aspect of her sons' lives. One letter from 1993 revealed a deep personal confession. "I live for my boys. I will be lost without them." It wasn't just a statement of love, it was a desperate plea to stay connected to them. Her fears weren't unfounded. Was she already preparing them for the possibility that she wouldn't always be there to protect them? "I think we may have to find a secure way of helping our children," she once said. The letter, written in early 1997, vanished from public record. It wasn't discovered in an official archive or stored among Diana's well-documented belongings. Instead, it surfaced unexpectedly in a private collection, leaving many to wonder who hid it and why. Experts believe the letter may have been deliberately kept away, possibly by someone who felt its contents were too controversial to reveal. But why now? Why, after decades, has it suddenly come to light? What makes this letter different from others is its tone. While Diana was always open about her emotions, this message carried a sense of urgency. She wasn't just sharing her love, she was warning her sons about their future. She expressed concerns about William being trapped in his royal role and Harry struggling to find his identity. I think she would be sad. I think she'd be looking at it long term. It was as if she knew the choices they would face in adulthood. More mysteriously, the letter hinted at an unease Diana couldn't fully explain. She wrote, "I have so much I want to say, but I don't know if I will ever get the chance." Looking back, those words feel eerily prophetic. Could this letter be the missing piece in understanding Diana's final thoughts? And if so, why was it hidden for so long? Diana wasn't just concerned about royal traditions. She was deeply worried about what would happen to her sons once they grew older. In private conversations, she confided in close friends about her belief that William and Harry would struggle under royal expectations. She feared that William, as the future king, would lose his personal freedom in service of the crown. At the same time, she worried that Harry, always seen as the spare, would struggle to find his place in the monarchy. "I know that the position I'm in, that's what's required of me to do," she once said. Her lost letter reflects these concerns. She urged them to prioritize happiness over duty, something that completely went against royal customs. She wanted them to know that their lives were more than just their titles. But there's something even more unsettling. Diana allegedly believed she wouldn't always be around to protect them. She had voiced these concerns in previous letters and interviews, but this particular letter carried a sense of finality. She wrote about feeling watched and struggling to trust those around her. Her words suggested that she knew things would change soon. She wanted to make sure her sons understood their value outside of the monarchy. Looking at William and Harry today, it's hard not to wonder, did Diana predict the very choices they would make? William, who chose to stay and modernize the royal system, and Harry, who walked away entirely. Was this letter her way of preparing them for the inevitable? I'm not going to say anything. Prince Charles did give us a hint himself. Diana's lost letter takes on an entirely new meaning when compared to the choices William and Harry have made as adults. From the moment they were born, their futures seemed set in stone, one destined to be king, the other expected to support him. But Diana wanted more for them. She didn't want them to feel trapped by expectations the way she had. She wanted them to have choices, something that had rarely been granted to members of the royal family. Kate Middleton and Prince William have worked hard to give their children a grounded upbringing, ensuring they experience childhood beyond royal pressures. Diana's influence is evident. William has upheld tradition while also pushing for change, balancing duty with personal happiness in a way that mirrors his mother's teachings. Then there's Harry, who took a different path. In 2021, he stepped away from royal life, sparking speculation that he had been following his mother's advice all along. He has spoken openly about feeling constrained by the royal system, much like Diana did. Could this letter have been the final push he needed? Harry has often said Diana was his guiding force, and reading her words now, it's clear why. Her warning about choosing happiness over obligation aligns perfectly with his decision to step back. But did Diana expect Harry to leave? Or was she simply preparing both sons to carve their own paths? The letter doesn't dictate their choices. It encourages them to decide for themselves rather than follow tradition blindly. Interestingly, despite choosing opposite paths, William and Harry both reflect their mother's ideals, one reshaping the monarchy from within, the other breaking away entirely. This letter wasn't just a message from a mother to her sons. It was a blueprint for the choices they would make years later. Even in her absence, Diana's influence continues to shape the royal family's future. But the biggest question remains, why was the letter hidden for so long? For decades, speculation surrounded a final message Diana may have left behind. Now that it has surfaced, it raises more questions than answers. If it held no major secrets, why wasn't it revealed earlier? Could it have changed history if William and Harry had read it sooner? Some believe it was kept private to protect the monarchy's image. Diana was known for challenging royal traditions, and this letter may have been seen as too controversial, especially if it encouraged her sons to prioritize personal happiness over duty. Others suggest it was withheld out of respect for William and Harry, as royal correspondences are often kept private. But why reveal it now? Diana's lost letter isn't just a historical find. It's a powerful statement that continues to shape her sons' lives. Looking at William and Harry today, it seems they took her message to heart. So, why do you think this letter was hidden for so long? Was it an attempt to protect the monarchy's image, or was it simply forgotten? Let's discuss in the comments. And if royal secrets fascinate